It's official, folks. We're nomads now.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've been talking about this forever, but yeah, no house, no rental agreements, no Airbnbs, just random campgrounds and families' driveways for at least the unforeseeable future. So this is our last morning at the Airbnb. We got to be checked out here in about 15 minutes, actually. And then it's hitting the road. We're going to be heading to Don Carter State Park in Georgia. And from there, we've got 4 days in Tennessee, 3 days in Kentucky, and then ultimately end up in Indiana. So not sure how much will be in which one of these videos. We'll have to see how much we can record, how good my editing skills are, all that stuff. But yeah, we're super stoked.
Sky is too. She's already in the car, ready to go.
Sky's in the car. And then, let's see, what else? Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, we're to the point that we don't know what's next. So we'll go ahead and hop in the vehicles, get out of here before checkout, and we'll keep you posted as we go. All right, so we're only about a half hour from the Airbnb. We've already stopped, not because we needed to for us, but in our planning stage here, the Airbnb checkout time was 10 a.m. The campground we're at today, the check-in's at 1 a.m. It's only an hour and a half between those two, so we got time to kill. So we, at least, since it was last minute, we got out of the Airbnb and got up to the Walmart here in Jasper. And now we're trying to figure out what to do from here, because we called the campground to see if we could just park the trailer somewhere until our spot's open, but they said they have a special event, no parking. So I guess we're going to wander around slowly, and then we'll get up there close to the campground. There's a Home Depot nearby. We'll stop there, maybe go hop in the camper, chill for a few, go find some lunch, and then we'll go from there. Well, we made it to the campground. Shanna's in there organizing right now, so you just get me for now. Unfortunately, we've been too busy to even take a tour of this place. Seems like a decent campground, but lots of hiking, all that on the map. We just haven't gotten to it. But one thing is evident so far. It's a dang good thing we didn't do van life. Shanna would have had a cow. Even with this small camper, my truck, and the spare vehicle, we got too much stuff. So yeah, a van would have been tough. But wanted to follow up on some stuff as far as this next 8-day trip. We'd said earlier, 3 states, 3 campgrounds over 8 days. Part of what we're doing while we're out is going and looking at properties, trying to see how much land we want. Well, let me rephrase that. Want to see how much land we can afford and what we're willing to live with. We would like 30 to 50 acres. Probably can't afford that. Probably gonna be more in the 10 to 15, I would guess. But we're going to go look at some as small as 5-6 acres, kind of get a visual standing there based on locations, if that'd be good enough to where we could pay cash and start building right away and be getting things going, or if we want to go 10 to 15 and have to wait a little bit longer to do bigger projects, or if we want to go big and do a bunch. So we'll see. Yeah, so depending on what we see, like, we'd prefer staying in Georgia, really. We just don't think we could afford it. So that puts us most likely in Tennessee or Kentucky. And we've got some properties up to like 70 acres we're going to go look at. Having said that, with those, we do have some friends that are looking to buy too, so to do that, it'd probably have to be something that would work for them as well, and we could buy it, split it, and just have it subdivided and go from there. But so I don't know, but as we work our way to Indy, we'll kind of get a gauge for some of these properties, some of these areas. Then we'll go up to Indy, spend a month and a half, and then head back down to Georgia. And then hopefully after the holidays, head out west and see some of that stuff. So who knows when we get diverted along that route and where we end up, but for tonight, it's just getting the camper organized, the truck organized, and then tomorrow morning we take one last trip to the storage unit, dump a few more things off, and then hopefully tomorrow afternoon explore this campground. So we'll see tomorrow what that brings. I almost forgot to do a truck update too. Yeah, driving the truck from Jasper over here to Don Carter State Park, only like hour and a half drive, so pretty easy, a little bit of mountainy. That truck tow's so awesome, and it gets me torn on whether to upgrade campers or not. When we'd tow our R-Pod with the Tahoe, that R-Pod was definitely pushing the limits of the Tahoe, so it was nervous driving. Then when we went to the Free Solo, it was suited better for the Tahoe, but the Tahoe had 160,000 miles on it, so you were still worried because of the age of it, how much stress you were putting on it, if anything was going to break down. So now with the F350 and this teeny camper, it's just nothing. It's totally just almost stress-free driving and towing. I mean, you still got to be paying attention through the mountains and all that stuff, but it's not anxious driving. Just laid back, just chill. So, really nice. So yeah, loving the truck. I mean, there's little nuanced things with some of the software and stuff like that, but overall, truck's fantastic. And then I almost hate to upgrade too much to where you're back to nervous towing. So we'll have to have those discussions, but based on Shanna's struggles organizing in there, I got a feeling there's gonna be pressure for a bigger camper, but we'll see. All right, well, our day 2 update is uneventful. Well, it was really an eventful day. Our plan was to get our nice little 8-day camping trip off to a good start, go tour this campground in the afternoon. We had stuff to do in the morning. We're like, let's get it done real quick, and then we can kind of explore. Instead, stuff came up. Good side with the camper. We're close to the kids' college. They needed some help, so we ended up over there for the evening. But now it's dark out. We leave in the morning. So the one thing we will tell you about the campground, tons of deer. They are all over the place, literally dozens of deer everywhere.
Everywhere.
So that was pretty cool. And then our first day traveling since some of the upgrades, the shower upgrade I did worked out pretty good. I can actually shower in here now. I can't wash my hair because my head's still too high on that one, but so I've either got to shave my head or find an alternate solution to washing hair, but it works okay for Shanna, and I can at least get showers in here, which I couldn't before. So that worked well. The fridge stayed closed while we were driving, so round of upgrades went well.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll get up in the morning and we head to Tennessee. We have a couple days there, so hopefully we'll actually have some good stuff to share with you. So quick pit stop. We got here before the check-in time. Well, way before the check-in time. We thought it was 1 p.m. Turns out it's 4 p.m. But called the park. They said we could get there at 1 and it'll be fine. But to kill some time, we went in and stopped at Kroger. That we don't have to go back out. Drive here was awesome, but we'll recap that here in a little bit. For now, we gotta load up and get back on the road. Well, we met at the campground. We are at Cumberland Mountain State Park in Tennessee. Got here, I don't know, 1 o'clock-ish. It's evening now, got the campsite all set up. Oh, and our spastic dog's all over the place. She's not a good walker. She just, this way. She's more of a shark. But yeah, so we got here. Campground's really nice, pretty big. I think we're at campsite 107, so a lot of campsites.
Come on.
But drive up here. Uh-oh, we switched directions. So drive up here was awesome. At the end of this video, I might just put the whole unedited time warp I had going up through North Georgia. That area near Vogel State Park, awesome. That drive is fantastic. But it made me realize a few things. One, us doing 2 vehicles with Shannon driving behind sucks. So we're seeing this beautiful drive. I'm seeing it, she's seeing it, we're both experiencing it, but we're not experiencing it together, even though it's same time, same thing. So that's kind of weird and sucks. Rather be in the same vehicle, so we're gonna have to figure that out as we travel. I don't like this 2 vehicle thing. And it makes me glad we didn't do like a Class A and have her following in that either. We would have had to do a flat tow or something, and that would have been a pain. But so we've kind of realized that towing a vehicle behind a Class A or Class C wouldn't have worked, and van life wouldn't have worked. So the travel trailer was the right option. But yeah, so now we're gonna hang out around here, make some dinner, and then we'll see if we can find some properties to go see the next few days. So we're out and about. Today is the day to start going looking at properties. There's not large pieces of land out here that we're really interested in. There was a few that have already gone. But because of financial constraints, we're debating, do we do a small property with a house on it already, or a medium-sized property that we maybe can slowly build on? But a big property is going to be tough to get. And by big, I mean 20 acres plus. So today, we're looking at 2 houses. Both of them are just a couple acres. Both of them need a lot of work, but we could just pay cash for them. So we're on the way to the first one now. We'll show you that one, and then go hit the second one this afternoon. And then tomorrow, we're gonna go look at a 14-acre property with no house that we could afford. But then we would have to take our time developing. So we'll get these 2 out of the way and start comparing. This property is over 2 acres. Goes from that fence line right there. Shannon and I are recording one another. Then goes down to the end of the tall grass that way. Definitely needs some work. First impressions?
First impressions? It needs a lot of work.
Would you consider it still, though?
I would consider it. It would just need a lot of work.
Granted, we haven't seen the inside yet.
Yeah. That's all poison ivy growing up the side of the house.
You can see through the roof.
Yep. I've seen that.
You can see into the crawl space in multiple spots. But hey, you got new stairs. Yep.
And a ramp.
Oh yeah, that's probably part of an estate kind of thing.
That's what I'm guessing.
Wee bit of junk in there.
You almost need to, if you got this, you almost need to see the people next door to you and sell their property.
I'm gonna bet they're okay having their property. Because that's a nice house back there.
Yeah, that's true. They'd probably be happy if
this got cleaned up.
Yeah, if this got cleaned up.
You wanted a project.
Yep, this would definitely be a project.
Whew. Without even stepping inside. I'm guessing the insurance company might not like that right there. Alright, so we checked out this property. The layout of it, we could get a garage in, we could get a pool in, the stuff we want to do, the cosmetic stuff I can do, I can gut the interior, but the foundation's trashed. So there's enough holes in the roof and holes in the crawl space, and then once you're inside, there's holes from the ceiling into the living area and from the crawl space up, missing piers and floor joists, all kinds of stuff, so I'm not going that far.
And this needs tore down.
Yep. And then there was another one we were gonna go see, but it's about an hour from here. It's getting late enough in the day. I think we're gonna pass on that, and then we'll just go look at the property in the morning. We got all the time in the world, I guess, but yeah, this one ain't gonna work out. So today was
Uneventful.
I don't know, it was eventful. It was half cool, half pointless, depending on how you look at it. We wanted to see a property which was kind of the ideal property for me. It was about 15 acres, southern Kentucky, mountains, rock formations all over the place, just really cool looking place. And as you see from the drive, it was top of the mountains. Like you literally went up and followed the ridge line of the mountains to this property. So you had canyon views on all sides. So really excited about it. Drove 2 hours to get there. Should have asked more questions ahead of time. I talked to the realtor. Realtor said, oh yeah, there's multiple building sites. Talked up the property good. Sent me exact coordinates to get there on the maps. So followed the coordinates, got there. Couldn't find the sign to see for sure. So we drove around, found a neighbor down the road to talk to, and I was like, hey, any idea where this property is? I was like, I don't want to wander around someone's property because I know enough that in the hills of Kentucky, you don't just wander around other people's property. And he didn't know where it was, but he spoke highly of the place. Loved being there. And he's like, the only thing is, if you do go walk a property, just kind of be careful, have something with you, because there's bears out here, and especially on this mountain, they're common. So that kind of spooked Shanna a little bit, but I didn't care. I was still gonna go. But I reached out to this realtor. I was like, hey, we couldn't find your sign or anything. He gets back to me and says, oh, I just called my guy, and he said he never put a sign up. He hasn't gotten to it yet. So I'm like, okay, well, where's the lines? No word back. Finally, I was like, have you walked this property yourself? And he wrote back and said, no, I haven't. So I'm like, so you're a realtor that's listed a property that you haven't walked the property, you haven't marked the property lines, you haven't put a sign up, and then you sent people hours away to get there. So kind of pissed me off. But we loved the area. But now we won't be back this way till October to even check it out. So that was kind of a bummer. But Shanna's unsure about the whole bear thing anyway, because she wants goats and chickens.
And let the dog loose, and
Yeah.
I don't want a bear snagging our dog.
Bear won't snag our dog.
I don't know.
But anyway, so that was today. So now we're back. It's mid-afternoon. We're going to go check out the park a little bit.
Because we haven't yet.
Yeah.
We've been everywhere but the park.
Yep. And I got a feeling here in a minute the sun's going to blind you anyway, coming here behind me. So yeah, we're going to go do a little hiking, exploring, that kind of stuff. And then tonight's last night here. So we'll probably wrap this video up with this one. And then tomorrow morning we'll pick it up again for the next video on our way to Kentucky, and hopefully have better luck sharing some properties we see up there, but we'll see on that one.
We at least have 3 lined up for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, we have a realtor showing us 3, so yeah, we should have better luck.
There's one more that we want to get a hold of a realtor.
Yep. Yeah, so 4 properties in Kentucky, 3 already scheduled. So yeah, we should have more to share for the next video. So stay tuned, and you can wait around and see what we decide on. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.